Hello, everyone. How are you doing? You're welcome to another FX market overview from me. Today is the 3rd of February, 2024. And as you can see quickly to the upper right of my screen, we are going to be looking at the dollar index, Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, NZD CAD, Euro NZD, and CAD JPY. So these are the assets we are going to be looking at for today. Majority of them already are from last week and last 2 weeks. So we're just gonna look at them, how far prices moved, and what are the new things we can be anticipating on each of these assets. So first, we are going to be looking at the dollar index. As you can see on the screen, this is the dollar index chart. This is the monthly time frame, and each of these candles represent one trading month, right? Each of these candle open, close, creates the high and creates the low within a month. And as you know, February just started. This is the 3rd of February. So this is a new monthly candle that just opened. And just like how we saw that for January, January was a very bullish month. As you can see, 2023 January was a bearish month. And then this year, we actually have a bullish dollar index. And just like if you have been following me for a while, I was anticipating higher pricing on dollar index. First, we had a bearish bias. Then later, we changed our bias to a bullish bias because of the more things we saw, and those of the confirmations we saw were actually calling for dollar to go higher. So now, like I said, I'm anticipating that the dollar index is going to get to this monthly imbalance. The structure is bearish already. This present structure range is bearish. The biggest structure is very bullish, but then the structure now is bearish, and we are looking at the price most likely giving us that retest. I remember I said when I had the first weekly outlook for this year that two things we can be anticipating, right? After price has broken structure and then we have this lower low, it should give us that lower high. Now, if this gives the lower high, now if price has created a lower low and price is going up to give us to giving us a lower high, is going to buy up, right? And then if this down range that we have down here and we have this top range, and then price also came down here, got into 50%, 618, and is about to start the next swing up, it is still going to buy. So either way, we're going to be looking to buy. If you're actually bearish, we're still buying the retracement. If you are bullish, considering the bigger structure, we're still buying. So any of the scenario, we're still going to be looking for buying opportunity. And that is what we have in this area. So I'm actually looking at what price is going to do when the dollar index gets inside this imbalance. So last week, during the last weekly outlook, I was calling for a bullish dollar. I wanted to see dollar go up. And I mean, it's been back and forth. I mean, price has been going back and forth inside this imbalance. You can see there's been a lot of consolidation. There's been a lot of ups and downs. Price came down, went back up, came down. So I remember this was the first buyers we had. We wanted to see dollar index come to this area and then drop. And then later we changed the bias that we want to see dollar index go up. And then we're looking at price coming into this imbalance and then most likely giving us a bullish move from there. And it did that, but we had a lot of choppiness. And then price on Thursday came down. And then we had NFP, right? NFP, first Friday, boom, that's a very big. Is it NFP? Let me check. Let's check Forex Factory. I think what's NFP. All right. Let's check the calculator and let's check for last week. So last week, that was, oh, sorry, this week actually. So this week, yes, February 2nd, we had NFP, right? That's a very major news I like to look out for when it comes to the dollar index. There are actually three. We have the FOMC, we have NFP, and we have CPI. CPS like the major uh news I like to look out for because that actually really moves price. And then let's check what we have for next week. So going into the week, what do we have? On Monday, we have the dollar. Powell speaking, and then we have 4 p.m. Tuesday, we have the AED major news. I mean, we had AED CP high last week. This week, rather, I wanted to catch a sell. I was anticipating that AED US is going to go down. So I was looking for more sales to the downside because the entry I had from last week was first took me out at break even. And then I wanted to take a new sell and I had my limits. I was awake actually for AUD CP high. That's the consumer price index news for AUD. I was awake. I saw the move, but I wasn't in because price did not come back to my entry. Like pricing picked me and then it just dropped, and that was it. So I just deleted the limit. I'm going to show you. So that was how I missed out on AUD USD sell. It was actually captured the daily liquidity already. I'm going to show you that. And then on Tuesday also we have CAD, and then we have NZD, then Thursday, Friday CAD. So there's no FOM, so there's no CP high, right? So that's it. Okay, so that is for Forex Factory. So now for the dollar index, now as we can see, I was anticipating higher pricing, and eventually on Friday, CPI gave us the move, and then we had post CPI trading effect, and that was what happened, and price just went all the way to the upside. Right? I mean, it would have been obvious because we had this, we had liquidity here. So seeing how price was setting up. Now we had the daily highs. Aside from this liquidity we have up here that I was anticipating last week that the dollar index was going to get to, we can also see all of this that's happening here, right? Liquidity is being built. There's been a lot of liquidity that's building. And then on Thursday, price went up, created more equal highs, created more liquidity, wanted more people to get in, a lot of, and then price dropped. And then on Friday, price just went back, reversed, and heavily all the way to the upside. As you can see, took out this liquidity and we are so close to taking out this one also. So because of this, I'm still going to be bullish on the dollar index. I still believe it's going to go up. I want to see price really take out this liquidity that is here and then come into this imbalance. So for dollar index, I'm still bullish. I still want to see price go all the way to the upside. Now, is there a new point of interest? Since this eye has been captured, this one has been taken out. I mean, it actually rejected from the area I discussed. And then going into the 4 hours, let me see. All right, you know what? Let me not go down. So I'm still going to be bullish on the dollar index. I want to see dollar index go up. If that's going to happen, that means Euro USD is going to sell. AD USD has already captured the liquidity. So for EU price is dropping, right? There's been a lot of choppiness, been back and up and down. EU has been going back and forth. If you go to the 1 hour time, we're going to see go up. It's going to go up. It's going to come down. It's going to go up. It's going to come down. So it's been going up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, if dollar index is going to go up the more, then EU most likely is going to sell, right? And then going down to the 4 hours or going to the 1 hour, I can actually see that we have this equal lows here. Okay, so what's going to be the play? Are they just going to take it out immediately market opens, or there's going to be a little bit of retracement into the imbalance, and then we can get, some kind of sell to the downside? So I'm just going to wait. There's not going to be any limit order or buy or sell here. Just observe the market. Look at what is good. This is a very big imbalance. So what's going to happen? Are they just going to take out the liquidity, or they are going to try to rebalance price a little before coming down? I don't know. Just wait and see. But if dollar index is still going to go up, which I believe is still going to go up because of the liquidity, then EU's are going to get an entry for sale on EU. Don't rush it. Let everything come together, and then you take the trade, right? It's not there yet. It's not there yet. Just chill. All right. So that's it for EU. And then for AUD USD, like I said, AUD USD already took out the daily liquidity we have been anticipating for more than a week now, right? looking, I wanted, like I discussed in the last recording or the last two recordings on weekly outlook, I said we had equal lows and we have this imbalance. Okay. And because of this, dollar index is most likely going to go up because every other currency apart from EU, then AUD USD, GBP USD, NZD USD, we're all having equal lows to the downside. So kind of makes sense me calling out a sell on AUD USD. I wanted to take price to the downside, and I actually tried to get in on this, but I was stopped out twice, right? Two times. Okay, the first one is actually a 1 to 1.5. I think so. No, no, that was GU. That was GU, yes. Two trades, both out on break even. I mean, there was a lot of craziness going on, as you can see. It's just been going back and forth. Just like this, you can tell me what type of market structure this is. So this is a consolidation market, right? Price just going back and forth between the support and the resistance. I knew for a fact that we should go lower because of the liquidity, right? Because of the liquidity, price is going to go down. I mean, we had this liquidity here, we had this liquidity here, and we had this liquidity here. Makes sense. We also had equal highs here, took it out. You know, we had equal highs here, also took it out. So this was the entry I had last week before market opened. I told you I was a break even, went back up, took me out on break even. Now I saw before CP high, that's AUD CP high by 1:30 a.m. in the morning. I actually saw this trade, which I wanted to take. I actually had my limit set, everything was looking good. You know, we had this liquidity in this area all the way. Can extend it down here. You can see we have all of these lows, and we had these lows, and we also have this liquidity. So I was like, oh, CPI is going to take, um, CPI is going to take, was it, what's the word again? AUD USD to the downside. So I was believing that AUD is going to go down because of all of this confirmations. And then I also wanted to look at structure. What was going on with structure? We had this high, we had this low, we had this high. Took out this liquidity, broke the structure. You can see I wanted to play in the retest. This was where my entry was. And then price was, I think, wait, I have the markup. Okay. I'm coming. Okay, yeah, yeah, it is. You can see, yeah. All right, this was January 30th, 2024, right? So I mean, what time was this? 21:51. That's 9:51 p.m. So you can see this was the entry I had, was just set. I wanted it to go back up, but that didn't happen, right? Just pick me and then drop. So it came all the way to the downside. And when I woke up in the morning, I think price was, so I woke up, I think it had already hit TP of 123. Yeah, I was even awake when this happened. So what I did was I just deleted the limit because it took out this liquidity already. This was the entry I wanted to take. So I wanted playing the imbalance. As you can see, that was where my entry was. I wanted to play the imbalance for a sell. So yeah, that's it. So I wasn't in on this one, and it came back up, then just went past the entry, and boom. And that's the thing with trading this way, right? Like for me, when I have an entry, I want price to pick me before getting to target. I don't want to be on a trade or have a limit set and then price did not fill me in and then went back, like price did not fill me in, hit my target, and then start coming back up again. You know, that's a very low probability trade for me. And that's what happened in this area. If I'd adjusted the TP to this high or SL to this high, I was, if I had still left the trade, probably believing that's going to sell because of this low and this other one, I probably would have been like in a lot of profits. But that's it. I didn't do that as price just came down without me. I just deleted limit. So I was actually anticipating for AUD USD to sell down, and actually did eventually, but I couldn't make any profit from it. So it's kind of funny. Right. Yeah. So that's it with AUD USD. Let's come to daily time frame. So that was the entry I took, and the other one I missed on lower time frame. So like I always say, start from the daily time frame, bigger time frame, establish the buyers, establish where price is going to go to, and then all you do on lower time frame is just look for entries in the direction you want price to go, which you've already analyzed on the daily time frame already, or time frame bigger than that. So AUD/USD has actually taken out the daily lows. I don't have anything, even though dollar is going to go up, AU is going to go down. There's no target for me anymore. So I'm going to remove AU from the radar. And then GBP USD still looking good. Right, GBP US is still looking good. We have this equal lows here. This one has been captured. So if GBP USD is going to sell, dollar is going to buy, GBP USD is going to sell. So since AU is not available anymore, I can focus on the GU. So there's going to be an opportunity for me to get in on the sell to take out this equal lows down here. So for GU, I'm bearish. And then for NZD card also, we've taken out the liquidity to the downside. I remember telling you guys that NZD card will take out. I wasn't like might or my may. It was will take out the liquidity to the downside. Equal lows, more like the internal liquidity. So now price has done that. We are now inside this imbalance now. So I'm gonna be on the lookout at what's gonna happen in this area, what's gonna happen inside this imbalance. Okay, what's gonna happen inside the imbalance? Are we gonna start seeing higher pricing? Even if we start to see higher pricing, definitely I want to see higher pricing way above here. Then I'm gonna change my bias that the dailies maybe bullish again. Why? Because we're still having some bearish momentum in this area on the daily time frame. So just chilling out, waiting to see what's going to happen now. Yeah. And then if we just blow past it again, then I'm going to remove this from my radar. And then Euro NZD, same thing, right? But I was also thinking that since we have NZD card, I mean, it's NZD being the base currency card or base and quotes currency. I can remember which of them. I think base should be the left to the left. So NZD card being to the left, NZD being to the left, card being to the right. So if we are anticipating that NZD card is going to buy, that means we are banking on the strength of NZD pulling NZD card up. Right, that's what we are anticipating in this area. So if I'm saying this is going to buy, that means I'm saying that NZD is going to gain strength. And if NZD is going to gain strength, then Euro NZD should give us some sells because we have NZD on the opposite end this time. So kind of they're kind of in line with each other, right? So for Euro NZD, I've also for a while now started from the weekly time frame, right? We have this equal lows. Like I said, this is really bullish. Structure is really bullish, except from this internal structure within structure that is bearish. And then we have this imbalance, just looking imbalance calling for a sell. And I've been monitoring what the price has been doing inside this area. I've not had any entry yet on Euro NZD, but I've just been monitoring and seeing what is going on. So on going to the 4 hours, I saw that we had this break of structure, and ever since then, price has been giving us low, high, and then give us this lower low. So in terms of the range now, we have this high, we have this low, and price is now back to a premium area now. So I'm also just going to be watching what's going to happen inside this imbalance for Euro NZD. There's no entry yet. And then lastly, it's going to be CAD JPY. CAD JPY. So I was just scrolling through the chart. I'm going to give you guys something new. For CAD JPY, we have equal highs to the upside. So most likely we're going to start seeing, I mean, we have already seen it, but I think we're going to continue to see bullishness. So keep an eye on CAD JPY for possible higher pricing, taking out the liquidity. So these are the assets I'm going to be looking at for this week. That's the dollar index, Euro USD, fiber, cable, NZD card, Euro NZD, and JPY. So that's going to be all from me for now. Do have an amazing day, guys. And I will see you on Wednesday. Wednesday, we are uploading another episode for the Forex trading for beginners. So, I mean, it's going to be amazing. Okay. All the courses are ready. We're just going to be releasing it weekly. So, that's going to be all from me. Take care, guys. Bye bye.